And of course, the final Winston Cup race at North Wilkesboro was run in 1996. You like rap music, Benny? Yeah, okay. Well, back in 1989, rap was a big thing, and our producers put together a thing called the Short Track Rap. I think you're going to like it. Well, I think you're going to like it.
ESPN, your #1 auto racing network, presents Auto Racing 86.
For two reasons. They're repairing the wall, and we also have a jackrabbit on the racetrack right under the eagle. That's quite a shot there, isn't it?
It looks like the eagle's ready to land on top of the rabbit and take him away, and NASCAR is hoping it would.
Well, just to follow up on some of the comments now.
You see, if the rabbit would just go around to turn 3, there's a hole in the wall. He could get out.
That's right.
He is a silly rabbit.
There's the hole that they're trying to repair.
Well, that's the point that I was trying to make the other night at Speed Week, is that I said that, you know, some guys are going to be doing that. And again, it is silly season, and you hear some of the weirdest things in the world. I don't believe anything that I... Oh, right between his legs!
Way to go, Rabbit.
Oh, that's an arrow. That's an arrow on that guy. He didn't get his glove down to the ground, did he? I'm being upstaged by a rabbit.
You sure are.
Some of the folks checking their program here, as indeed they need to, with all these driver changes this year among the top competitors, under caution for the second time. It's really relatively simple as far as these driver changes. Rudd replaces Waltrip, who replaces Yarborough, who replaces Parsons, who replaces Allison, who replaces Baker, who replaces Pearson, who replaces Chuck Brown, who is still home looking for a ride. Simple. I can't imagine what all the fuss is about.
I think there's got to be something broke in the right front of that car, because well, we'll find out in a moment. There's being speculated.
Bobby Allison has stopped over in the backstretch pits. His normal pit is here.
That's Phil Parsons right there.
That is Phil Parsons, who dropped out of this race very early, and he's looks like
steering wheel. He's going to get a steering wheel.
Unbelievable. Phil Parsons goes to his car that dropped out of the race early on and is removing the steering wheel, and apparently will take it to Bobby Allison. Whoops, it's still attached.
Oh, he's got the radios in there. Bobby Allison doesn't have a steering wheel.
Well, that certainly explains why he couldn't save the car and keep it from hitting the wall. There is Phil handing the steering wheel through the window to Bobby Allison, and Allison pulls away immediately.
This is amazing.
Ty Scott's car being pulled in. They keep leaning on the wall up in turn number 1 and ending up down in turn number 2 with a caution flag out. 3 different caution incidents, all created in the same position, going into number 1. As the car gets loose, careens into the wall, and you can see that car took a lot of impact on the left front, David.
Well, there's one thing you can say about Ty Scott. He certainly made his mark today.
That is perhaps the worst joke you have ever made.
And that is saying something, because they're all pretty fat.
And Harry Hyde will be after you with a wrench.
The neat thing about Charlotte, this racetrack is perfect because they run 165, 170. It's still blazing speed, and yet they can get in there. They can run side by side. They can kick and gouge like a short track. I'm not sure maybe the 1.5 miles isn't the perfect oval for stock car racing.
Well, Dave, you're becoming very perceptive. For old sporty car racer that wears funny sandals and stuff, looks like a hippie from Woodstock, I got to tell you right up front, you about to learn about good old boy racing. We're going to teach you, and I appreciate you paying attention to me.
Well, you've just lost what could have been a friend, John.
Let me in. Car number 9, Bill Elliott, out in front.
Well, the pace car, we understand, has been stolen. The officials are not driving this thing, and somebody has actually gotten into the pace car and stole it.
There are at least 2 policemen on motorcycles, plus this car, that are pursuing the pace car right now. And up till now, the pace car has not been caught. They've created a roadblock there coming off of turn number 4, head toward the tri-oval, and we think there is some unusual drama occurring here.
Let's see what happens when he gets to the roadblock. Will he try to go through it, or will he stop and be captured? And I guess he's going to stop. Well, this is certainly a...
Well, I've heard the story of that man who makes a living by going around crashing parties, but this is certainly a first.
And you can see the crowd standing
applauding the officials who finally have captured this thief.
It has been a bizarre day. We underwent a period of about 10 minutes where the track was without power. At least many of the significant points, including the press box, our broadcast facilities, as well as the public address.
At least show me your horn. Beep, 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 whoop, beep, beep. Okay, right here. You fixed it. You take the horn.
Ken, I think this will be a break for Darrell Waltrip, too. It'll be interesting to see if he makes a pit stop. He had dropped back to about 10th position. There's the metal that was on the debris that was on the racetrack as one of the workmen picks it up. It was right in the groove as they come off of turn 4, especially those that would be coming off low.
I gave that workman a 6.2 on that re-entry to the trough.
Well, there you can see he has the window net down, and Earnhardt continues to work on cleaning off the windshield of car number 3.
You know, Rusty's so extremely talkative, and some people think I'm the quiet one. It's just that Xerox antifreeze coolant appeals to my calm, cool demeanor. It protects my engine in extreme cold, down to 84 below. Now, I'm sure if Rusty could, he'd go on and on about how Xerox protects in extreme heat, up to 276 degrees. But he graciously suggested I do this spot alone. Right, Rusty?
Xerox antifreeze coolant, because extreme conditions demand extreme protection.
Well, Dale Earnhardt has gone out in front, but it has not been without incident here. Let's take a look at how he did it back in lap number 72. There you see Bodine in the 5. He gets trapped on a slow car. And as he gets trapped in the slow, Earnhardt just drives around in the dirt.
Goes through the dirt.
Let's take another look in the dirt at what happened here. Another vantage point. You see the slow car, and Bodine is caught, and down to the inside goes Earnhardt in the number 3. That's a little shortcut there, and he goes out in front.
Well, 9, Elliott, plus 5, Bodine equals Earnhardt busters, I guess. The way that pennant read.
Apparently not Earnhardt fan.
Driver Darrell Waltrip, wife Stevie.
Oh, I won the Daytona 500. I won the Daytona 500.
Darrell, how long?
Wait. This is the Daytona 500, isn't it?
Oh, you bet.
Don't tell me it isn't. Thank God.
There is Dick Johnson. His car has gotten off of the tire wall and now is back on the race course. He is the reason for this full course yellow that we are under at the moment. The car ran off the course as he got in some oil. Here it is, and here's how it sounded. Well, he was a little upset with himself or the car or the track or something. In any case, Johnson slides off into the tires, but is back on course.
It's clearing up, and we're going back racing.
There on the right side of the roof is NASCAR's weather radar. They use that to track incoming storm activity. But right now they say there's a clear patch of weather and we can get back to racing. Hello, camera 1.
And I made a mistake, Bob, because, you know, all sports has a song about it, right? Well, I'll mention that to some of our producers, namely Neil Goldberg and Conrad Picciarello, that we needed a theme song or something that was stock car racing. They came up with a short track rap.
Boy, little did we think that something concerning auto racing, and especially short track auto racing, could result in a rap, but it did, and here it is.
Short track. When you're driving around at 110 and you pull up behind someone think is your friend, you pull alongside just to make a clean pass, and the next thing you know he takes you to the grass. Short track. Short track. They're not too fast, but they're not real slow. The walls are real close when you're running toe to toe with the sheet metal hanging, tire rubber banging. You better be prepared to do some real quick changes. Short track. Short track. Dale, Rusty, Markdale, Bill. They're running for the cup to make a real big kill. The stakes are real high on these real small tracks, so you better be prepared to do a short track rap. Short track.
Davey Allison drove harder than anybody else in this race all day long, and he is most representative of what this race was all about.
What is he?
Time after time, the tires blistered. He was lucky because he was not one of the guys who went into the wall.
must have been a song about that sometime along. My heart's in Nashville, but my heart's in North Wilkesboro. No, I guess that's backwards,
Well,
right?
it can't be any better than the rap song that we just heard on the short track races.